What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pain because everybody, because everybody shall know pain. Let's get into it, shall we? Hope you guys are having a great day because you know I am. Up, we got the last day of the events. You know, like sometimes DJ Nami will somehow get extra. Well, you know, she get the information on the next events before everybody else sees it on the post. Well, yeah, I guess before reset for Anime Ninja. So I kind of already saw those. So it's like, okay, got your standard events with some extra coupons. That's why I say extra coupons coming towards us. But today's story of the day will kind of piggyback off of 2 days ago when I talked about the whole bus thing. It was like the raining, all that type of stuff. And I mentioned that it was like two particular characters, people on the bus. And the first one I'm gonna talk about, I just wasted some silver for you. One particular person was this guy. He was 2 grades ahead of me. Yeah, he was 2 grades ahead of me. And he actually sold, how much you need? I do it twice. Actually, do it 2 times. Actually 3 times, not 2 times. You had level 17 at over 100. Actually, 100 and what? Oh, 103. I still got more because it's in the mail. But yeah, he was 2 grades ahead of me, and he sold candy on the bus, from sneakers, M&Ms, all types of things on the bus. And then after a while, it was like this one particular day where I think he said he had some PS2 games. And I was like, it was one of those just like, well, I didn't have the money. I have no money to buy them from him. But I was like, you know what? What about I trade you? So I take one of my games and get a particular game that you have that I want. So we did that, and we traded for. He gave me Devil May Cry 3. Said Devil May Cry 3 Dante Awakening Special Edition, and traded for my, I think, Burnout 3 Takedown. And that's the one thing I actually look back on, and I kind of made the wrong decision, because the game itself barely played, because it's from what he said, he had the big PS2. They had the way how the big PS2 works with games. It just scans it. It doesn't spin it. With the slim one, it has to spin. And so if the game is kind of scratched up, it's not going to read it. Versus if the game is scratched up, there's a good chance that the big PS2 would read it, because it doesn't have to spin it. You know what I'm saying? Because what it's doing is spanning and scanning it. The slim PS2 is spinning and scanning. The other one, the big one, just scans it. That's kind of my logic with the 2 systems. So he said that it worked. Actually, that is true, because my cousin, brother had a. Well, actually, I think it was someone's PS2. They had a big PS2, and we played Devil May Cry 3, and it actually was working with no problems. So to a certain point, I think it started messing up. But that kind of I guess proof on it was like, because the big PS2 just scans it, slim one just spins and scans, and so it didn't work on mine. And I really like Burnout. I really did. Was it Burnout? I think it was Burnout. And I really liked that game for me to sit there and actually give it to him. And I was to the point that I was almost done with the game, because I was like, I had 96% of the game done. And it was like, it was like certain not necessarily missions, but it was like things I had to do at certain races and stuff like that I had to complete that was completely difficult. So I kind of regret, giving away that game. There's a lot of other games that kind of a long time ago I traded the GameStop, and I kind of look back and I do regret. But to carry on, I had some money on me, bought some, variety items from him here and there, so he's, kind of curb my appetite. I was really he was a really cool guy. And then we mosey on along, and we ran into this particular girl that also happened to like me. And it was one of these, but like it wasn't like straight out tell you I like you. It was more like hints. You know what I'm saying? And basically, what kind of went down with all of this was, we were riding the bus. I think it was like the second or first day of ninth grade when I rode the bus the afternoon, and I saw her. Well, yeah, I saw her, saw me. We saw each other, and the thing was she does a lot. What she was doing a lot was at that particular time, she would stare at me. In a sense, it was like I know she's staring at me, but I'm not gonna look. And you might ask, well, cool, how did she look? For me, it's like I wasn't attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't that type of guy where I'd be like straight up rude to a female when a girl might like you, you're not attracted to her, be like, stop looking at me, or I don't like her. I'm not that type of guy. I'm just kind of like I do my own way to try to let a female down, or just like I guess a kind of curve around it, like let me go around the situation. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what that was. Well, that's kind of that was kind of my approach. So it kind of happened. Well, it kind of went on for a while, but I think it was like I can't remember exactly how long it took her, but what she did was the way how we were sitting on the bus was I was sitting on the third seat on the right, and my friend was immediately in front of me, and the girl was sitting in the second seat to the left. And she was like, you know what? She's not, not saying this, but thinking it. I know she was thinking it. Look, you know what? Let me take a piece of paper, write down whatever she wrote down, hand it to my friend, and told her to write it and give it to me. But because I already knew what she was doing, because again, I out of my peripheral, I could see her, kind of staring here and there, and I knew that, okay, by now the girl is staring at you, she does it. It just be kind of weird. She was just staring at you for no reason. I was like, what you trying to do, beat me up or something like that? I didn't do nothing to you. Jokes. But to see her have my peripheral, and then see her hand the note to my friend, and my friend was like, here you go, Corey, and I was like, nope. I was like, I just kind of shook my head, no, I'm good. And I guess that was the only time my approach to it was a little bit rude, because it's like, dang, you ain't gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, guys, I actually got to number 7 on this one, so I almost competed. Freaking Orochimaru is a difficult person to beat. I mean, I didn't watch the battle, but I used both timely showers and fire shuriken. Maybe I'll try a different skill later on, but right now, at least I'm happy enough I got a little further. I was stuck at 3 for a while until I just got, you know what, I changed the fire shuriken and beat 4 stages just like that. But yeah, back to the story. That's the only time I would say my approach to it was a little bit rude. They'd be like, I mean, I didn't say no out loud, just kind of shook my head. And I might say no kind of lowly, like no. Something like that, just But then for some reason, low key, I'm not gonna lie, low key, I wanted to take the no just to read it, and that's it. At least know what she said. Not to kind of like just completely write it off, even though you had no attraction towards her. You just want to read exactly what she wrote, which in a way you might think was like, oh, I like you, and that kind of thing. But hey, I can't fully say that because you didn't get a chance to write the note. I mean, you didn't get to read the note. But then you're talking about if I would have read it, you would have had to respond back to, respond to her in the sense of being, determining if she has like, hand me back this note, but like, like, do you like me? Yes or no? Maybe that type of stuff. But that wasn't the first time. That type of interaction between us. And she was a cool girl, so there was eventually like around I think 11th grade, 10th grade, I think 11th grade, 10th grade. She wanted to sit with me a lot, and I was like, sure. I had to sit down right next to me. She liked it. She always wanted to sit by the window, and then she would sit at an angle. And again, out of my peripheral, I could see her staring at me. That's why she wanted to always sit by the window, because no one can see her really look at me. But there was times like eventually I was like, I would just slide over, like, nope, you're gonna sit on the right side of me, on the aisle, and not at the window, because I already know what you're trying to do. And so for me, like, it's one of those things where like it'll be weird if she, if she was sitting at the aisle. Well, it gets weird sitting at the aisle and then looking at me, because then everybody, anyone would see like, why are you staring at a guy like that? But no one really noticed it. From all that, again, eventually I was like, nope. Well, not like that. I was like, when she wanted to sit with me, I was like, sit over there. No, sit over there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because it got to the point where like, it was like 3 different girls always wanted to sit with me. You got the one girl I'm mentioning that I'm talking about right now. You have another girl that's actually one of my friends. And then another girl, which she's cool. She was one of those very talkative girls. Where it's like, and I'm just gonna listen to her. And she was one of the girls where like, what she did was like in the morning, she'll be talking, and you hear her conversation. And I remember this day so not vividly, well, I guess vividly, where it's like, we just got on the bus in the morning and everybody quiet, no one talking, and then she's sitting towards the back of the bus, and I can hear her conversation in the top, from the front of the bus. And then I remember one girl was like, "Can you please be quiet? It was quiet on here till you came on here and started talking. You talking a little bit too loud." And then with her old girl, she's like, "Oh, I was like, hey, you don't tell me what to do," that type of stuff. But yeah, I've heard those 3, saying kind of always flip flopping, wanting to sit with me, that stuff. But back to the main girl I was talking about. I don't name drop, so there's no reason to tell me. I know I mentioned the other girl's name, but this one, I don't want to drop any names. You know what I'm saying? Just because. But it kind of molds you on down to 11th grade, where now, it was 11th grade, but I think mid 12th grade I stopped riding the bus and just walked to school. Because I moved. But we're in 11th grade now, and I think it was like during lunchtime, where it was like one of my friends, or I guess not a friend, I guess, but someone I know. They, I guess, quote unquote, learned how to write sentences backwards. So I was like, oh, cool, let me try that. And then the same girl, got on the bus. Oh yeah, and what she also started doing was she started sitting in my seat before I even got there. Because usually, I got on the bus so fast. Not that, I didn't run. But, my class was so close to the bus stop. Well, not bus stop, per se, but where all the buses was to take us home. It's like I got on the bus early. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where, like, now my class is now away from the bus. Oh, gotta refresh. Okay, guys, I'm back. But yeah, you can say I was, she started sitting in my seat before I even got on the bus. And low key, I never said anything. It's just like low key, I was getting aggravated of it, because it's like, I didn't say anything. I was the type of guy where was like, if I got mad, in a sense, I wouldn't really say. In that case, I didn't say anything. I was just kind of like, I just decided to sit on the seat right, like, because my seat was on the left. Because by the end of 11th grade, I sat at least about 4th. But yeah, what I was saying is my seat was usually 4 seats behind the bus driver. And she started sitting in my seat. And so I was like, you know what, let me change it up. And let me sit on the left side of my seat, not like right beside her, on the left side, That only happened like probably a couple of times. And probably just one, I think just one time. And then, the whole thing where it's like I said, someone I know, yo, what just happened? Like, yo. You're telling me that I just got literally pushed to 22? Bruh. Man, my guild members don't be telling me. They just be doing it. Good thing it didn't happen on when I claimed my chest. Cause like that, I literally just got pushed all the way back. I was confused. I was like, what is going on here? Now I'm gonna take on every single one of them. But yeah, the whole thing with a person I know was right when it was like writing stuff backwards. I was like, oh, she had a note for me, and I was like, let me write it backwards to see if I could do it successfully. As I read it, I was like, wait a minute, because while I'm reading and writing, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I stopped writing and back the notes. Basically, what the notes said, I got to just read this note high. But basically, what the note said was, it was like the description of her describing herself to me. It was like, oh, I got I got this, I got that, and that was like the first line. I think it was like a short little paragraph, but I mean, that's all I kind of wrote, read, and then I was like, here you go, and that was it. But I think that was like the last. I guess not really the last encounter, but that was pretty it. And I moved and got I didn't have to ride the bus anymore. So yeah, go ahead and play. Oh wait, not stamp screen. Rush. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section below if you ever had an encounter with a woman that liked you, but you had no feelings towards her whatsoever. And I guess, how did you let her down? Did you let her down easy? Were you the type of guy that was like, if a girl likes you, you saw her staring, you'd be like, stop staring at me, being, I guess anyone look at you being negative, you gotta be rude to her like that. Oh yeah, I forgot there was actually another incident that happened between us. That kind of carried on. It was Facebook, where it's like she, before that Facebook, she was like, oh, maybe we should, we should hang out outside of school. And I basically did my way of trying to not, I guess say no, but try to weasel my way out of it. Like, I don't know about that type of thing. So what I did, she added me on Facebook, and then she mentioned me a couple of times. I think the day when she mentioned that, she didn't message me that same day, and then she was kind of like not upset per se, but it was like one of the things was like she kind of was like, oh, I understand that you probably don't like me, you think I'm ugly and all that stuff. Like no, that's not the thing is, I was like, no, that's not what it is. What I'm saying? It's more like just, I mean, I was trying to say things that make her feel better, to kind of relate, in a sense, saying, girls don't find girls don't find me attractive, but I don't really, have a problem with that type of thing. Again, I did everything I could not to be rude about it. I don't think I said anything that would quote unquote friend zone her. But they're saying something like we can be friends. I don't think I said anything like that. It's just, hey, what I'm saying? That was it. And that happened. I think 10th grade. Yeah, it did. It had to. Yeah, it had to. It happened 10th grade, and the whole no thing was 11th grade, and that was it. Now, obviously, you could say things like, "Oh, imagine a girl that was, coming on to you like that was slight, I guess, I was attracted to it, and that's a whole different. That was obviously that'd be a whole different story, because if you have an attractive, everybody has their different forms of attraction. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, you'll be like, I like her, and me like let's say I was in a situation like that where like you low key like not particularly this girl, but another one, and she did, and this other girl does the same exact thing that she did. That me in my head I like her, and then I can see that she's liking me. Same thing, and it's just basically flip flopping old girl with another different girl that I'm slightly attracted to. Then obviously me kind of like, oh, wait a minute, I said, hold on, I got this girl that likes me, and I slightly like her. How do I approach? So I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna be able to handle it. I'm not gonna be that one that's gonna sit here and lie and say, I'm a straight kill it. Like I know how to handle it. Not like that, but like to be able to like, kind of be Mr. Smooth Casanova type of thing. I'll probably be real nervous because eventually, it'll become a reality, I guess, and you realize, oh, she likes you when it comes like a note. Like, yeah, let's say that. Let's say first time on the bus, bam, girl writes your note. You gonna read it. And then that's the thing. But then if you had a girl that wrote you a note that probably said I like you, just like that, then everything else that happened after that wouldn't really necessarily take place. I mean, yes, you would sit by her on the bus, but it wouldn't be like let me write you another note, kind of detailing any particular details about myself to make you like me. Versus you already like me. We already went through all this. Bam, done. I mean, would have been interesting, but hey, it didn't happen. But hey, no, this doesn't really bother me. Just something I kind of low key do, was I kind of think to myself all these different type of things that happen. I create my own scenarios. It was like, what if this happens? What if this happens? That type of stuff. So I gotta take on you guys if I want to. Actually, I might go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and claim all this stuff. And then start saving them today. Because it'll still give me a lot of mail. Hopefully I can use for Naruto and Naruto. If not, you guys already know what I'm gonna do with it. And done. So I'm at my 45,000 gold with close to 4,000 coupons, and I'm at 1 billion silver again. I want to know, did he still? I remember he had thing. I remember he had over 200 arena string. Is it still there? Oh, he had 451. Because here's one thing: you got All Mine right there, and I'm not about to let All Mine be right there. But here's a downside of what we just did: is when we dropped Guns and Mon all the way in the rank of 20s. Is the fact is they're gonna come back up and they're gonna. Well, the thing is, even if they try to slave us, all we have to do is just resist. Done with it. I mean, what's my streak right now? 14. Do 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 do. I mean, I did not want to get in top 10, but my rifle place is rank 11. And I cannot have all my this straight chilling. Straight chilling. That's not what's gonna happen. So I got a lot of people I could slave. Got you guys chilling right there. I might finish the next lane. Let's go ahead and finish. Oh wait. Did I claim coupons? I think I claimed my coupons already. Yeah, I did. So I got 10 more of those to receive. I don't want to sell it. But good, I don't know, it's like good thing I was told like a while back. Like someone has said that you're supposed to, because I used to sell the materials as is, but then it was like, no, Payne, you get more by opening them and then selling them. I was like, oh, you right. Let's see what I want to do. Oh, I gotta get that. Let's go this way. 2 snake eyes and a 3. What is not find storm? I mean, Harsey he has plus himself is 5. Most Shogun and Katsuki, this Kisame. Dang it with the tie. The paper. Another tie again. Scissors. Go around you. Ooh, I almost passed. Actually, I should have waited. This is slightly like a second later. Then I would have got that, and then got got both of them by just the +3. Slow and steady. Like when that time when I had beat my challenges and won, I wanted to record. I should have recorded it. And kind of just put it up there, and then we all would have saw how the battle played out. But it was like I think it was on for a while, and so I knew the battle would have lagged. But yeah, they actually was in that same formation you guys just saw. With Naruto and Hinata on the far, at the top. I have too many extra spaces, man. So I'm gonna end up with at least what, 79 points. And now I might never battle them again. Oh, 78. Okay, it's fine then. Okay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. To the road to Naruto Hinata. To the road to 11 million BP. Wait. Wow. What am I doing? I can't help myself. Feel like I want to boost up. Got a lot of silver now. I got more silver from last, It's like it's an urge to go to the Four-Tails. It's like a thing that has to be done. You understand me, right, guys? I mean, You have silver staring in your face. I'm like, go for it, eh? No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to switch it so I would spend a little less silver. Damn, four tails. Okay, I'm done now. That's my PvP BP. And now let's kind of skim through everybody's stuff real quick before I end the video. Whoops, I'm looking at PvE, not PvP. With 914,000. Pretty big jump. Sasuke, physical attack. 771,000. What's my mains? 718,000, so he is pretty behind. And Sarutobi, drum roll. 1. Wait, I think he was been at 1.7. Yeah, I think it was like low 1.7. Strategy attack over 1 million. That's pretty nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. To the road to 3,000 subscribers. Deuces.